Fortnite, but did you know about a secret celebration? Here are 50 secrets in Fortnite. Yoda has also appeared in the shop, but no one was expecting his hidden details. Number 1 happens while running around. There's a chance he'll use the Force. The next time you heal up, pay attention because he finds it hilarious. Sure, he's holding an adorable little cane, but you can get this as a pickaxe, and when you equip it, they'll take it straight out of his hand. One of the best Fortnite secrets was writing Dead Game on the Veronica outfit. At the time, it was an amazing reference to every comment they get online, but now LEGO secretly changed it. The new mode has had to censor hundreds of skins, including a Veronica. Now instead of a Dead Game, Fortnite is the best game. Fans are also loving the incredible Star Wars drum kit, where all of the symbols are replaced by helmets from the Empire. Turns out this is a hidden reference to the ending of Return of the Jedi. And I can't believe they secretly changed Princess Leia without telling anyone. A couple weeks after she dropped, Fortnite updated Leia's Bosch disguise. Now she has a secret backbling that only appears when nothing is equipped. And you can seriously tell that the developers who made the Keytar are die-hard Star Wars fans. Take a look at the description and it tells you not to play this with your feet, which doesn't make a lot of sense. That's until you realize that Max Rebo, the famous blue musician, isn't playing this thing with his hands. Those are his feet, and now I can never look at this guy the same way. Just like you'll never be able to see the original idea for Pandora's box. While making the mini live event last season, Epic are planning for us to destroy the chains and then shoot the panel gemstones to reveal each teaser. While that idea has faded away, soon you'll be able to keep the memories of Pandora's box forever. Yes, it's turning into a backbling that could be our final reward of Season 2. One of the best rewards is hiding in the LEGO Star Wars update. Once you upgrade your Rebel Outpost all the way to level 9, you'll unlock the Cantina stage. Sounds like a cool decoration, but once you place it down, there's an option to interact with it. If you own the LEGO Cantina pieces, this will fit perfectly into your village, but if you're a true fan, you might already know the layout. These building pieces are based on the real-life Cantina set that costs like $400, but Fortnite also designed a Star Wars village of their own. Over in Festival's Jam Stage mode, the entire map has been closed off, letting us jam with our friends in Mos Eisley. It's surrounded by a Lambda shuttle, a couple of buildings, and of course, that cantina with tons of detail. There's plenty of area. Eventually, fans spotted 2 chairs out buildings, and of course, that cantina with tons of detail. There's plenty of areas to play music, and in the back, you'll even find tables for sabacc. A few months ago, players began to notice a trailer in the jungle, but nobody realized this is a secret reference to one of the biggest TV shows. Eventually, fans spotted 2 chairs outside and made the connection, what if this was a Breaking Bad Easter egg? At the time, it was convincing, but it kind of felt like a stretch, until the final update of the season changed everything. We walked into the trailer to find a new interior, most importantly the oven, proving that whoever lives here probably likes to cook. If the joke wasn't obvious enough, Epic 100% confirmed this reference with a pizza on the roof. But things are starting to get weird on Fortnite's beach. All across the coast, players are finding telescopes looking out to the sea. Turns out the island is preparing for an upcoming mini-event, as storyline quests have been prophesizing dark skies and storms that'll hit the map any day now. And yeah, even the frogs are hyped. And Fortnite is teasing Season 3's Apocalypse theme right now, and no one is talking about it. A new dummy NPC was added to the map, which seems pretty innocent, and when you talk to him, he'll wonder if my buddy Axel has any makeover ideas for me. Obviously, we've never heard of Axel before, and they definitely aren't in our lockers, at least not yet. Dummy is actually teasing the release of this secret concept that fans have been wanting since last year. Not only could this be Axel, but his design is super Wasteland themed, fitting perfectly with next season's Mad Max style. They aren't done yet, wait until you find out Fortnite is already teasing Season 4. Let me explain. If you talk to Anwar on the island, you'll start talking about a familiar character. Eons ago and very far away, a hungry beast consumes star after star to warm its belly. The beast still roams the dark, hunting for some eternal warmth. Let's just say if you were around in Chapter 2, you definitely know who this Devourer of Worlds is. That's why it's terrifying to hear he still roams the dark. Could he be plotting a return? Well, some players think this is teasing the Galactus skin that's been in the works for 3 years. Others think they're already dropping hints for the Marvel season in August. And that's not the only secret character to be name dropped. Spirit Hunter Psycho is on the map right now, and if you strike up a conversation with her, she'll talk about Midas, who left the island last month with his gang. The underworld is causing chaos for the island spirits. It is rare that a spirit can escape the underworld. This Midas will return to a half-life, but a life nonetheless. This explains one of our biggest questions. If Midas was a spirit in the underworld, how is he still alive? Thanks to this, we now know he is technically half dead. And if you've been keeping up with Chapter 5's insane Easter eggs, you probably know about the statue with 6 toes. Originally, this was a hidden tribute to the show Lost, where their statue had 4, so Fortnite took the missing toe and gave it to a foot at Mount Olympus. After we realized this, players found it hilarious and moved on, but if only we stuck around. The statue has now been secretly updated with a manicure. Not the only reason you should pay attention to your favorite places. In LEGO's new Star Wars bunkers, you'll trigger the alarm when invading. Sound familiar?
We count 30 rebel ships, Lord Vader, but they're so small they're evading our turbo lasers.
You also have a chance of finding this floating head in the distance. Well, as you get closer, turns out it's not a head, but a lightsaber training droid. These are the floating orbs that help Luke Skywalker block shots, and now they're in LEGO form. So are the exclusive Star Wars emotes, which have been secretly updated. When you view Mando or Obi-Wan's messages in LEGO form, the holograms are now minifigures. This is where it gets ridiculous, because Fortnite has turned Obi-Wan into Palpatine. Yeah, this is the same hooded minifigure that executes Order 66. Epic really thought we wouldn't notice this. In fact, they are making tons of changes right under our noses, like renaming the item shop. For half a decade, we have clicked on this button, and that's exactly what it was called, until last week. That's when fans realized the button was way shorter than usual. Fortnite has removed the word item, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even notice this. The change was literally hiding in plain sight. But one of the best surprises this week was a sudden Loki collab that no one expected. Thousands of players are buying this just for the Miss Minute backbling, and they get to experience an amazing secret because of it. Every time you get an elim, she'll salute you for your service.
Hey y'all.
Maybe you prefer melee combat. If so, the TVA time stick is a great pickaxe, especially because it'll prune while hitting. But wait until you hear about Loki's storyline reference. His emote flicks through a ton of items like the temp pad, daggers, gaiters, but look closely and yep, that is exactly who you think it is, Blevin and the Tesseract. It makes you nostalgic for a simpler time, a time where crossovers didn't drain your wallet. Star Wars fans have the biggest collab Fortnite has ever dropped in one day, so they're not complaining, except when you have this much content, it's gonna cost you money. After doing the math, players discovered that owning everything in the shop will set you back 20,000 V-Bucks, which is over $100 for one collab. Hey, at least it's full of secrets, like the armorer's car. When you equip her skin on the new Beskar vehicle, each side is hiding a blacksmith tool. These are what she uses in the show to forge items, well, beat the crap out of stormtroopers. The players are disappointed. The C-3PO is a backbling rather than a skin, but at least it's a funny reference. You get to carry disassembled 3PO on your shoulders, just like The Empire Strikes Back. And if you wait long enough, you also get to use Chewbacca's unreleased pickaxe. This is a Wookiee battle staff, and while most Star Wars fans won't recognize it, it belongs to Chewie's dad from the comics. Speaking of the future, the build up to next season is already happening at Mount Olympus. Right in front of the Atlas statue, players have found an hourglass belonging to Zeus, and it's ominously ticking away. We have no idea what'll happen when it runs out of sand, but I guess we'll find out in Season 3. While we theorize, it's not the only secret map change. I mean, sure, an hourglass counting down towards the apocalypse, it's important, but we could also enjoy ourselves, and that's why stunt ramps are appearing around the island. They're here for the upcoming Wild Week, letting us jump over RVs and sports cars, so don't forget about it if you need XP. But you probably have forgotten about Creative Royale. Originally, this is meant to be a mode that let us create our own Battle Royale LTMs, except no one really used it, and this became more about finding glitches than actually making maps. People abused it to the point it was broken every update. So Epic disabled it at the start of Chapter 5, and no one even noticed. And now, half a year has passed, and Fortnite has decided to delete the mode entirely. Instead, we're playing regular BR and taking advantage of some insane secrets. Fortnite has left chickens in the same loot pool as Zero Dashes, and I guess fans have learned how busted the combo is. They're not the only animals with secrets. Thanks to the new Wookiee Bowcaster, it's not just enemies that hate this thing, you can blast fish too. And if you're looking to counter the Star Wars items, pick up a Shield Bubble Jr. This is one of the only items in Fortnite that can block a lightsaber throw. One of my personal favorite secrets belongs to a smuggler. What is so interesting about this guy? Well, if you thought their gibberish was familiar, you would be right. This character is voiced by Connor Fogarty, or as you probably know him, Kato Thorne. And the Scoundrels are voiced by Erika Ishii, the actor behind Valkyrie in Apex Legends and Ruth in Cyberpunk 2077. In the Star Wars quests, they ask players to gain health or shields, but it's a really specific number, 1138, which seems random, but it's a classic reference to one of the most iconic numbers in Star Wars. George Lucas's first film was called THX 1138, and you can find this number across the entire Lucasfilm universe. They also ask you to deal 327 damage to Imperial opponents, or 501 damage to players with the E11 blaster. Both of these are secret homages to the 501st Legion and the 327 Star Corps. And I especially love the quest that Lando gives you, asking us to capture Loot Island within 5 minutes. The reason Lando is the one asking this is because it's technically a cloud city, and now you get it. Another challenge is from Luke, as he asks you to travel over a huge distance from the start of the match, and when you finally beat it, he'll say, "This definitely isn't Tashi Station." Even in Fortnite, he's desperate to get the power converters. And look, Yoda might be one of the most powerful Jedi who ever lived, but we found his weakness. He can't handle Zoidberg from Futurama. Yes, this is actually crashing people's games. So if you get tired of Yoda freaking out on ya, you might prefer Vader instead. Turns out he's giving people free XP without them even realizing. There are secret quests that only pop up when you complete them, like winning a game with a bowcaster, blaster, or lightsaber in your inventory, where the Empire will be most pleased. Or if you hit enemies with 5 different item rarities in a single match, you'll say, "You've been taught well." You can also watch from afar with the LEGO macro binoculars. These are pretty sick, but it's made even better by their secret utility. A green number on the left, it is the actual distance of the object you're looking at. And it turns out Fortnite may have trolled us with its biggest Chapter 5 secret. During the OG season, the Victory Umbrella had a striking date, May 4th, 2024. We had no idea what this could be, but the fact it was on a time machine is something big had to happen, right? Fast forward to May 4th, we are counting down the hours hoping for a grand reveal or Easter egg, only for nothing to happen. Was Epic talking about the Star Wars update, or was this date totally random? There was one more, so I'm holding out hope, but I'm also starting to have trust issues. Now earlier I mentioned how expensive all this Star Wars stuff turned out to be, but I wouldn't worry about the LEGO decor bundles. You can get a ton of these for free just by playing. As they help out villages, buildings will start to appear in your locker like the Imperial Outpost and the Tatooine Spice of Life. There's even more free items Fortnite is secretly giving out. If you watch an eligible Twitch stream by May 14th, you can get Twitch drops like a Chewbacca emoticon and a Star Wars loading screen. Now there's only one character we're missing, a scrapped outfit for Leia. I guess while they were designing Dagobah Luke, they wanted to drop it with Rebel Leia, giving us a remade pair of the Skywalker twins. Sadly, this never happened, and Rebel Leia has been deleted from the files, leaving fans devastated. Not the only scrap cosmetic, this season has been full of Greek gods, but some players would argue there's plenty of missed potential. Like Hephaestus, the god of fire and blacksmithing. In the surveys, fans saw this guy and immediately assumed it was him, but that was just speculation. Well, now it's been confirmed that Fortnite was bringing Hephaestus to the game. Leakers discovered a cancelled mythic known as a Firehammer, which would have belonged to him. And that's not your only sneak peek at the early days of Season 2. An Epic employee has revealed concept art for ancient Greece, and while most of it was perfectly translated, you can see Hades in the back looking super different. It also turns out Zeus's grenades were originally planned to be lightning in jars, but clearly Epic had to make sacrifices. So why did Kratos not return this season? Click on screen to watch why so many skins did not come back. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.